Young Sheldon Season 7 admits to its glaring Sheldon problem that's already hurt 2 seasons. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and give this video a like. Up despite its popularity, Young Sheldon's early ending highlights its Sheldon problem and incapacity to address recurring plotlines. The choice to omit Sheldon's stay in Germany draws attention to the show's difficulties in creating a gripping storyline for the character ever since he enrolled in college. In order to provide closure for the prequel spin-off, Young Sheldon will still discuss his impending graduation and move to Pasadena, even if Sheldon is no longer the main character. Its inability to address the Sheldon issue that has plagued it for 2 seasons is demonstrated by Young Sheldon Season 7 finale. In contrast with a conventional cancellation, despite its ongoing popularity, The Big Bang Theory spin-off is coming to an end. Because it played concurrently with its parent series for the first 2 years, the prequel was a huge success right away. Young Sheldon became CBS' top sitcom after The Big Bang Theory concluded in 2019, and it has since been a network ratings triumph. In light of this, it's odd that Young Sheldon is finishing up while it's still performing at its best. By the end of the abbreviated Young Sheldon final season, several unresolved plotlines must be addressed. The relationship between George and Mandy, Missy's atonement, and George's potential. To guarantee a fitting farewell to the Coopers, death is one of those narratives that needs to be addressed. These are on top of Sheldon's arc, which includes him beginning his last year at East Texas Tech after returning to Texas from his summer program overseas. He will then relocate to California to pursue postgraduate studies there. However, at this point, it appears like Young Sheldon is already omitting a significant plot point from Sheldon, highlighting the character's persistent issue. Sheldon and Mary are back in Texas following the Medford tornado, according to the first behind-the-scenes video for the Young Sheldon Season 7 premiere. For background, when the natural disaster struck their hometown, the couple was en route to Germany, leaving the rest of the family to cope with the aftermath. Mary tried to get in touch with people back home, but she was unable to reach anyone, so they were completely in the dark. Given how important the award would be to his future, Sheldon is expected to remain in Germany for the remainder of the summer. Fast-tracking its narrative implies that Sheldon's time in Germany will be skipped over, which is a depressing but inevitable development given everything else that is occurring to the Coopers. In order to assist his father in rebuilding their home, Mary had to return home and leave Sheldon in Germany, according to The Big Bang Theory. Although there are some specific errors, it's reasonable to assume that he was alluding to this exact scene from the Young Sheldon Season 6 finale. However, both of them will return home for the Young Sheldon Season 7 premiere, which probably indicates that there will be a large gap in time between years. Fast-tracking its narrative implies that Sheldon's time in Germany will be skipped over, which is a depressing but inevitable development given everything else that is occurring to the Coopers. Young Sheldon was originally intended to be the story of Sheldon's beginnings. Given this, it seems strange that the prequel is ready to skim over his time in Germany in order to omit a major portion of his narrative. Nevertheless, this might be preferable because since he began college, it has had a difficult time creating a gripping narrative for the character. Other than a few narrative points, including his explanation of why he despises engineering, which included a cameo from Howard, and the unsuccessful grant database, his endeavors at East Texas Tech haven't been that interesting. The rest of it has been disappointing. At the same time, Young Sheldon began to tell more stories. After Georgie decided to quit school and take a full-time job, Mandy was introduced in the middle of Season 5. Meanwhile, with Pastor Rob's intervention, George and Mary's relationship began to deteriorate. Of course, the focus turned away from the show's title character to his family members. Young Sheldon must address those arcs going forward in order to guarantee a fantastic prequel spin-off conclusion. Sheldon is no longer at the heart of the narrative, but it doesn't mean Young Sheldon Season 7 can disregard him. He is the subject of a few plotlines that ought to be addressed in the show's last season. First, the real conclusion of the Big Bang Theory prequel will begin after he graduates from college. Second, Sheldon starts a new life in Pasadena after moving from Medford. It's verified that young Sheldon would work on his character's story until he turns 15, which might include at least Sheldon's first few months in his future home. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube Young Sheldon 24 channel and stay with us.